What's good, y'all boys? Welcome back again to another video. It's your boy Boss Enosh, and today the video we're watching, we're gonna review, engage with, is from Jubilee. It's 4 years old. It's called "Can Israelis and Palestinians See Eye to Eye?" Yeah, it sounds crazy, right? Especially today's main topic, okay? The war in Israel for Palestine, right? So I'm assuming that when they made this video, it was back when, I'm not sure what happened. I'm pretty sure Israel did something to Palestine. Everyone's saying hashtag free Palestine. I never really looked it up. I wasn't sure what was going on. So I never really talked about it. But you know, I think it's pretty obvious how this video would be very topical for today. Okay? And I thought it would just be interesting to see what the discourse was like 4 years ago, and how is it compared to what we're seeing today, right? And for some context, the current conflict going on in Palestine and Israel is kind of complicated, but kind of not. You know, there's decades, there's hundreds of years really of history behind the conflict. It's really a fight over land, and whose land is this? That's the most simple way you could describe it. Well, pretty much the Palestinians were already there, and then boom, World War II happened, and there was a lot of Jews in Europe, and the Jews over there wanted their own nation state, and the Europeans, I guess, wanted to get them out of there. So they gave them Palestine, but Palestinians were already there, and then as more time went on, the Israelis took more and more land and claimed it as theirs, and the Palestinians got pushed in like the West Bank and then the Gaza Strip. And you know, some people describe the Gaza Strip as an open air prison. The West Bank is under constant IDF supervision. All right, you could say supervision is like the nice word for it. And recently, last week or 2 weeks ago, a terrorist group called Hamas paraglided into a concert and killed a bunch of people and posted videos on it online, killing people, killing women, killing kids, killing old people. And so Israel responded by bombing the shit out of Gaza, okay? And they're still doing that. Like literally yesterday, they just bombed the hospital, killed I think 500 plus people. Crazy stuff. So all that being said, let's see what's going on in this video and what they got to say, okay? Me personally, I'm on the side of the Palestinians. Now, I don't support terrorist actions. I don't support Hamas. If you look at a lot of like the liberals and lefties that are for Palestine, they're not really gonna say that. They're not gonna like say that what Hamas did is bad, because I think it's bad. They were killing random people, innocent people, bro. But again, war is war. War is ugly. You know, so I'm speaking on it from like a privileged position. I'm in America. I'm very privileged. I don't have to deal with war and bloodshed, even, you know, on a daily basis. So maybe I'm just, you know, too socialized to understand. But you know, I think you're killing babies, raping women, you know, I don't know how that's going to get you liberation. But again, that's not all Palestinians. That was Hamas. But I also, I gotta say, I also understand how something like Hamas would happen if you see how Israel treats them people. Okay? If we treat people crazy, don't be surprised when crazy people return the favor. That's all I gotta say. But let's keep going. Alright. You all ready?
Because A, it's not your land. B, you mentioned Jerusalem.
You can tell me that, please. Don't say that.
I forgot to mention a lot of Israelis, a lot of those Jews, they feel like that the land was given to them. It's their holy land. They were there hundreds of years before, or 1,000 years before the Palestinians were there. We traveled to Jerusalem and brought Palestinians and Israelis together to discuss the ongoing historic conflict between the two groups.
My name's Hannah Ziad. I'm 24 years old, and I'm an Arabian YouTuber.
My name is Dorit Sadon. I'm 25 years old, and I'm a Jewish Israeli Zionist.
My name is Bara Abdo. I'm from Nablus, 25 years old, studied public relations and communications.
My name is Khaled Zohar. I'm from a small town called Givat Ze'ev, right outside of Jerusalem. And I'm 24 years old.
That's an interesting name, bro.
I'm 24 years old and from Jerusalem.
My name is Ron Bar Shafat. I'm 34 years old, and I work as a deputy director of a think tank that deals with law and economics.
Okay. The think tank. Oh shit. Oh, hold on. Hey, she kind of thick. Hold on. I know what side I'm on. I was just playing.
The first statement is, someone I know has died because of this conflict.
Uh-oh. Okay. That guy and all of them.
Okay. My father was murdered by 2 IDF soldiers.
Oof.
It hit us hard, especially for my family. We're only girls. And inside of the Arabic nation, that's really hard.
My friend, when I was 10 years old, is where the sniper shoot at her on her head.
Whoa.
So that was really hard for us.
No, I grew up during the second Intifada. I carry a list with me of
Second Intifada, a period of intensified Israeli-Palestinian violence from 2000 to 2004, which some Palestinians describe as an uprising against Israel. Okay.
all my friends who were murdered in terror attacks. So I have a list of 27 people that were actually very close to me. In Israel, we have a memorial.
Damn, 27?
I have always a dilemma to which grave to go to.
On 16th of January 2007, an Israeli soldier shot and killed my sister Abir. She was 10 years old, in front of her school, and I was 13. We were 6 kids in the house. After that, we became 2 sisters and 3 brothers.
All of the people that I know have lost someone to the war in some way. And I think like grief is such a universal emotion. And like I want to hug all of you.
I serve in the IDF. I still serve in the Army Reserves, combat. I was very combat in the second Intifada, and I feel...
I remember I read something somewhere that was like, I think it said pretty much in Israel, they kind of train everybody to be in the IDF, even if not everyone serves. Don't quote me on that. I'm not... I mean, let's actually look it up right now. Oh, snap. The state of Israel requires every Israeli citizen over the age of 18 who is Jewish, Druze, or Circassian to serve in the IDF. Ah. Man and woman. Woo. Okay, so that makes sense then. Because I remember some people who were kind of like defending the Hamas attack was like, oh, well, those weren't civilians. They're all soldiers. But like, bro, they killed kids, bro. That's tough.
Your grief, and I understand.
Somebody said something about they beheaded 40 babies, but you know, again, there's propaganda on both sides, and I didn't see no videos about that. I didn't see, you know, so I don't really believe that for real. They just said it with no backing up claims. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the Israeli side, like that shit. They've been pushing out extreme propaganda. Okay. When they blew up the hospital, they was trying to say, oh, it was a Hamas failed rocket. Like, come on, bro.
I have to say that I never got an order to shoot someone. The order was only to shoot if someone is a threat to your life or a threat to someone else's lives.
I also served in the IDF.
Yeah, even though that's you know, that may be true. He never got an order to do that, but there are soldiers that do things without getting ordered to. I was watching this video where this lady was I forgot her name. But she was visiting there for something, and she was in, I think she was in Jerusalem, or she was like either Jerusalem or the West Bank, and it was the West Bank. So there's checkpoints everywhere, right? All throughout the city, there's checkpoints. So they're walking up to a checkpoint, and there's some guy some old guy who seemed kind of drunk, is just like stumbling towards the checkpoint. Off rip, those 2 IDF soldiers dropped them. You know what I'm saying? Did they get the order to do that, or they just chose to do it? He didn't do nothing. He was just walking. And listen to their story, right? What the dude said. His sister got shot in the head for what? Right in front of their school. Imagine the trauma that a lot of these people was going through, bruh. It's not an easy thing to watch somebody you know, especially let alone your sibling or a family member, die in front of you as a little kid. That happens a lot here in America too. You know what I'm saying? Especially like in some bad neighborhoods where there's a lot of violence, a lot of bullshit. People lose their siblings, people lose their family all the time, bro. This shit's not cool.
IDF, and they really do just teach us to defend ourselves. if we're not defending ourselves and we do kill someone, we go to jail.
That's not true. That's not true.
I can tell you something. The soldier that killed my sister, he didn't spend 1 day in there. in jail.
Neither did my father. Both of them that murdered him did not stay 1 day in jail.
I believe a two-state solution is possible.
If everyone, well, this is what I think, okay? And I'm speaking from the outside perspective. If everyone gave up on their pride, I guess you could say, then a two-state solution would work. If people stop caring about shit. But with how long and extensive this conflict has been, that would never happen. A two-state solution is not possible unless cooler heads prevailed. Two-state solution not happening, not possible. There's too much history behind it. Look how this side treated this side. Or look how this side attacks my side. They're never gonna let that go. They'll see that as compromise, and that compromise is weakness and negotiating with terrorists and giving in. We were here first. We were here first. We were here first. This is our land. Promise to God. This is our land. Promise to God. Promise to God. Nah. I don't think it'd work, bro. I would like it to. That'd be cool. Because, it'd be cool if people wasn't killing each other for no fucking reason. But, good luck. Let's see what they say, though. Oh, okay. He wants peace.
Okay, I think the Palestinians, they will not stop saying that we want a country. So in the end, if we got to the point that we have our state and they have their state, so no problem.
It's going to be better for us to live, all of us, together, which is no state like Palestinian, no state like Israeli, only together and having peace together. Like there is no walls and there is no checkpoints, which has happened right now.
Okay. I get what you're saying. No, there's all one state and everyone's living together. But then what do you call it? Right? And who's in control?
No?
I'm with you. One state under Israel's sovereignty and everyone's full equal citizen. All right? Okay, but under Israeli sovereignty, because right now why is that a problem?
Why should it be on one? Why should one religion control it? Why
It's
can't
not
the
a
three?
religion, it's a nationality. It's my
It's religion too, buddy. It's an ethno religion, right? I'm sure there's a lot of Jews in Israel, okay?
nationality.
So if we said one state
one-
with the Palestinian, they control it, you can live under it?
No, because
So
Why?
A, it's not your land. B, you mentioned Jerusalem.
you can tell me that, please. Don't say that.
I'm saying 100%. Palestine used to meant.
I can ask you one question?
Yes.
Please answer it. Your grandfather, you know where he is?
Yes.
Where he is?
To give me how many graves you want me to count?
7 before.
7 before, I know, yes.
Where?
7 before is in Hungary.
In Hungary. 9 before, he's in Palestine. Don't tell me it's not your land.
I'm saying it's not your land.
It's our land. And it will still and will be.
And see, that's why. That's that attitude. It's not your land. It's not your land. I want to know if they ask them why is it. And there's a video we're gonna watch after this. But why is it not their land? Why is it your land?
How do you determine this
Okay.
is our land
Shit. Okay.
and it's not their land? Based on what?
History, international law, interest, solidarity.
Yes. How about empathy?
I have empathy. I'm just not willing to give up on my identity and what I believe is mine.
Ego, pride, pride. Pride is the downfall of all men.
When I say that I'm afraid, what I basically mean is I'm afraid of going into Gaza because I know that if I will go into Gaza, I might get shot, someone might kill me.
I think I hesitated a little bit because I don't think I'm afraid of the people on the other side. I think I'm afraid of the gap and sort of I'm almost equally afraid of that side taking all of the responsibility for what is happening, or this side taking all of the responsibility for what is happening, which is obviously not working.
Well, that's fair enough. I don't believe that all Palestinians are terrorists because that doesn't make sense. But I do believe that who is in charge, they're leading the Palestinians to, hating us and in a way that, it is really unfair.
And I'm pretty sure they probably hate y'all because of what the government be doing.
Against what you said. they're not the Islam, because Islam didn't say killing people or having blood. Don't belong that
But
to
what
the
about the
Islam.
radical Muslims? The radical Muslims that come and do these things, what do you have to say about
They're not
them?
part of us. We never accept them as Muslims because they're teaching hate. And in a way, I accepted what you just said about there's a big problem with our governments. They don't know how to talk to each other. And in my idea, I really think the people are the ones that should be talking to each other.
I agree, and I have to say I also don't think there's an issue with Muslims, but I disagree with you about the fact that it's about land. There are several peace talks. They were offered 97% of the land. 98 would have done it. I disagree.
But after deciding with the land, they came and they built more settlements.
What's wrong with
97%?
living in Judea?
That's not the problem. The problem
Israeli settlements, civilian communities built predominantly on lands within the Palestinian territories, which Israel has militarily occupied since the 1967 Six-Day War. So they built land in Palestinian territory, okay?
problem is that we actually talked about this land being for these people, and in the end, when we see Israelis coming in and actually building houses, that's showing us you guys don't want peace.
I trust my sources.
I feel like there was more said and they cut it out. I want to see what else they said.
Information on the conflict.
Oi, only him.
I serve in the IDF, so first of all, I trust myself and my officers. I do think that a lot of the information I'm getting is not accurate, which is why I try to compare it with different sources, and I also try to see it from people, what they...
You know, there's a reason they don't make movies about this stuff. You know what? Hold on. Let me fact check that. But you know, because look, you know, America has a very tight knit relationship with Israel. Okay, that's why you see a lot of the big conservative, mainstream conservative heads. Some I stand with Israel. Finish them, wipe them out. That's why you see Ben Shapiro fucking crying. Oh, I think we need to exterminate all of them, bro. You know, there's a reason for that. They see it as Jew versus Muslim, okay? That's how they see it. The Jews good, Arabs bad. That's how they see it. 9/11 solidified that. The Holocaust, World War II solidified that. And and you know, liberals who are very pro-Hamas, pro-Palestine, you know, they see it as oppressor and the oppressed, which I agree with. You know what I'm saying? But it's also funny seeing these same liberals who it's also funny seeing them promote the rape of women and the killing of children. This is funny. Like this is such an interesting thing to me. How people of different ideologies here in peacetime America is how they're treating the situation. And of course the mainstream Democrats, of course, are on Israel's side, pro-Israel. You know, all them politicians fucking warmongers and stuff. They want to go to war. They want to send our money. I just saw a thing where I think the White House pushed a bill or a package deal, whatever. It's $100 billion total, I think. Not all of it to Israel, but some of it for Israel, some of it for Ukraine, and some of it for the border. Look how they try to sneak stuff into. This is why stuff don't get done in the White House, bro, and Congress and all that, because they try to put other shit in the bill. They try to sneak other shit in the bill so that it can get passed, even though other people don't agree with that shit. So that there's always going to be fighting, especially when there's a big contentious topic in conversation like aid to Ukraine and aid to Israel. Okay? Anyways. As Holly... Bro, there's definitely... Bro, Jews control Hollywood, okay? There's a lot of Jews that work in Hollywood. There are a lot of Jewish people that work in Hollywood because Jewish people are very creative and very industrious, and in the past they were able to go into the creative field, okay? That's why. I think Warner Bros was started by some Jewish people, bro. Them people be creative, bro, for sure. If you two take this video down, that's retarded. So, I doubt that... That being said, I doubt that they would want any movies that kind of show the conflict to be made, because it can either look too propagandistic, it will either look too good on one side, or look too bad on one side, or even if something shows equal unbiasedness, they probably still wouldn't want that shit. Why hasn't Hollywood made any movies about the Israeli occupation in Palestine? They have one such movie called Myral, allegedly about a patriotic Arab child rescuer and a young mom, turned out to be a fake historical hoax. It was also relentlessly anti-Semitic. I personally... The critics saw the film. So maybe you just didn't like it. But let's see. Hollywood is mostly operated by pro-Israeli Zionists, as is the entire United States corporate. You get more press for being political. Okay. Anyways,
It's what they think, what they feel.
I don't trust everything I see on the news, that's for sure. I do believe, again, there are two sides to every single story. But I do see things that are happening. For instance, you know, things like the rockets that are striking or the stabs that are happening. Those things I do trust because I can see that they're happening and they're just unfair.
Like, I see the narrative being written as like I watch TV. I know how important and how powerful language is and how it can create reality. And like I can see it. I'm like, this is really dangerous. Like on both sides, it's really dangerous.
Overseas media that I see, they're always against Israel for things that are not necessarily our fault.
Overseas media against Israel? Well, that doesn't mean she's talking about America. I don't know who. Something that I notice a lot is like some of these people they be playing victim, bro. They be playing victim. They throw the stone, hide their hand. Not saying her specifically, but you know, I don't know.
I find it very funny because we look at it as and start saying that they're really with Israel, which is funny. I find it kind of funny. But
yeah,
no,
see, that's true. That happens a lot. It happens a lot here too, where one side only see. It's a very interesting phenomenon, and I'm sure there's a name for it that I just don't know. Where one side, because we see it here a lot of times too, and I'll give you an example. Where one side sees the news and think the news is always against them. The other side sees the news and thinks the news is always against them. I'll give you an example, right? Black people, oftentimes as black people, we see, let's say when there's if the story is like a black criminal or something, right? They make sure they say he's black. They make sure they show his face in a mugshot, right? If a black person does something bad. But when a white person does something bad, they show a nice picture, a nice family picture. A nice picture of him on a jet ski. He'd be like this. Man murdered his entire family. Like, bro, where is his... Show an ugly picture. Where's his mugshot? Right? But I've also seen... And I've seen examples of that. But I've also seen on the other side, let's say white people, right? People that are anti-woke, people that are, you know, more conservative leaning or whatever, and feel like there's a bias against white people, there's an agenda against white people. They see news outlets and they see stories where a black person does something, but they don't even want to say his race. They don't even want to show his picture, right? But if a white person does something, oh yeah, white shooter, white man, you know what I'm saying? They see a lot of articles saying white people do this, white people do that. And they feel like there's bias against them. But I've seen that too, and that's very interesting, where it's like, I guess maybe two things can be true. I don't know. But I've seen both. That's the thing. I've seen both. Some people are blinded one way or the other and think nothing exists opposite of them. But I definitely seen both. I definitely seen plenty of examples of them showing a crazy white person, but instead of showing his mugshot a negative image, they show like something positive or a non-assuming image. And I've definitely seen a lot of the opposite too, where, you know, somebody's black, they don't want to show his face, they don't want to show his name, they don't want to say he's black for real. An example, it's kind of a micro example, but an example is like that one of the last videos we were talking about, where the dude in New York got stabbed and the girlfriend didn't even want to describe the stabber to the police because he was black. You know what I'm saying? And I don't remember seeing any of the articles. I read ABC. I don't remember them saying that he was black until they actually caught him and showed his face. But yeah, it's interesting. Let's keep going though.
I seriously do find the information that we're getting has more as an agenda to it from both sides.
I don't believe in social media. Like, from the Israeli side, gonna support Israel, and from the Palestinian side, gonna support Palestinians. People are gonna be very confused, and I'm gonna be very confused about the reality.
So to say, but the question was the sources, so it doesn't have to be just social media and reports like this. Like, I also trust the reports that the Israeli security forces publish.
But they are
it's your side.
their ideas, not about the reality and the situation, but their ideas. How do they see this situation? It's not really what happened.
I want political leaders on my side to make compromises for peace?
Let's see. Him and her, no compromise. Wow, all the Palestinians sat down and only one Israeli sat down.
What we did until now, it's going to continue as it was now. And I don't see it getting better. Our leaders should have our lives and the best for us in their minds. And so it's not compromising. Like, peace is never compromising.
The Palestinian politicians, they in the end, they want a peace for themselves and for their people. But they have no power because the power, it's not in their hands, it's in the other side.
I would like for us to compromise only if you will be able to compromise. It doesn't make sense that every time that we have a war, it's always started by your side. The other day I just heard
look how she look. Oh my God, look how she looking. Okay. Always started by their side? That's not true, bro. That's not true. There's a graph that shows Palestinians killed year by year compared to Israelis killed year by year. This is the Israelis, this is the Palestinians, okay? So, be for real. Who is starting stuff, okay? Come on, bro. Who went there and said, this is our land now? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Be for real. Let's be for real. Monkey, what's wrong with you?
Over 1,800 acres of crops have been burnt by, Hamas, who have been sending it over to Israel. Instead of,
Hamas, a Palestinian Islamic movement founded in 1987 with the aim of establishing a Palestinian state incorporating present-day Israel and the West Bank.
Spending all that money in order to ruin us, why don't they spend it on taking care of Palestine?
Just 1 second. You're talking about Hamas. You're talking about Gaza. Gaza, it's so far from us. We don't know what's going over there. We don't know. If you can ask me about
he's in the West Bank, okay.
The West Bank, I'm gonna answer, and I think you as well.
But here's the way I see it when you're talking about compromise. Hamas's charter says murder the Jews wherever they are, and the PA that are hold on. But the PA that are the moderates.
You're going back to Hamas.
So, but the PA, the
We're not
Palestinian
talking
Authority,
about this.
The Palestinian Authority, the interim. How do you say that? Interim. I'm pretty sure I'm saying it wrong. Self-government body established in 1994 to govern the Gaza Strip and areas A and B of the West Bank. I know he's talking about the Hamas charter says something about destroying Israel at any cost or some shit like that.
Palestinian Authority, let me finish. The Palestinian Authority that are the moderates, they're saying it's a death sentence if you sell your house to a Jew. Are there racist people in Israel? Of course. Are there racist people everywhere in the world? Yes. But we condemn people who are acting violently, and the other side glorifies it.
Violence is sometimes...
I can understand being happy when something bad happens to a group of people or someone who belongs to a group of people that does bad things to you. I understand that because it's a sense of like satisfaction. Like, yeah, look at all the shit you've been doing to me. Now it's your turn, right? Because we see that a lot in America, black people to white people. The things that have been done to black people time and time again, even to today, right? The foundations of the bad things done to black people, they still go. The fruits of that labor are born and bared today. Okay, still. So I understand that because you see that mindset a lot with black people. Is it a way to move forward? I mean, because our situation isn't as hands-on and as dire as theirs, where people are literally getting bombed. Right? No one's getting bombed over here. People get killed, but it's not to the same extent. But I understand it. I understand it. But is it gonna bring you peace? Is it gonna get you where you want to be? I don't know. Because as far as I know, okay, Hamas attacked at one time and then what? They didn't attack no more, right? What's going on now? I just seen that Israelis been bombing the shit out of them.
That's justified.
And beating people's ass.
Oh, I don't know.
If you're going to attack Israel, then Israel is going to defend themselves. And that means when it comes to certain things, maybe not you specifically, but again, to the radical Muslims, we have to. Because if we don't, then there's not going to be a state of Israel anymore.
I don't think it's a matter of Israeli Arabs or Jews Christians. Sometimes in life you have to use violence. I hope it will be close to zero as possible. But if I see someone about to murder someone else, I think it's okay for me to use violence to stop that. I think violence is not allowed for a political goal. I think that's a bad place to use violence. I prefer talking and having a discourse.
Okay, I didn't grow up with a lot of violence, with zero violence. But what I want to say, the same as you said, who comes to my house to break the door to take my father, of course I will defend for myself. So it's called a violence. But I want to defend for myself.
First of all, I am against violence 100%. It's a freaking circle that's going to keep on happening over and over again.
For me, if you're gonna react for the violence with violence, so here we go. We're having like the same problems, the same generation who's raised with hatred and violence and love blood, which is not acceptable.
Having
They cut that short.
for my people is important to me.
I think that Israel needs to be our homeland, because if we won't have a homeland, no one else is going to accept us anywhere else, especially because there's a lot of racism and anti-Semitism as well. So if we're not going to be here, where are we going to go?
Okay. For me, as a Muslim, the Holy Land, why it's so important. First of all, because I was born here. I have no place, another place.
Every single person around the world have the right to live in the place that they were born in. And that the right for Palestinians, also for, if we're gonna talk about refugees also, they have the right to come back here to their lands, to their homes, and have their place.
Persons whose normal place of residence was Palestine during the period of June 1st, 1946 to May 15, 1948, and who lost both home and livelihood as a result of the 1948 conflict.
The fact that we came back to our homeland and that we do have a country and a government here, for me, like, it does feel like a miracle. But I also think that the fact that we do have the power now gives us more responsibility, and that we can't just base it on the fact that it's our homeland and not hear other voices saying we feel the same about the same place.
I often question my place in this conflict.
All the time I question if it's more dialogue, more force, more conversations, more social media. I always ask myself what is the best thing. I tend to believe that the best thing is human interaction.
A lot of times I take a step back from like the political argument about the conflict and all of that, just because I feel like unworthy and that I don't know enough.
So in my way, I've always known what I am in this conflict. I always knew I wanted to fight for peace. That's all I knew, and that's all I will ever know. I never was in the idea of this conflict until my father passed away, and then I had to think for myself.
I always was asking my father why I was born, and his answer, not to kill, to live, to be in life. And when my sister, she got killed, I went back to him to tell him. He told me I was born to live, not to kill. But my sister, she was born to die. The Palestinians, they didn't kill 6 million Israelis. And the Israelis still, they didn't kill 6 million Palestinians. There is a Germanian embassy in Tel Aviv, and there is a Israeli embassy in Germany. So it's a big hope. It always gives me a hope when I'm looking at this and thinking a little bit about this.
I gotta say, I think it's nice slogans. I don't think that's the case. Israel has a peace treaty with Egypt because Egypt was willing to have peace with Israel. Israel has a peace treaty with Jordan because the Jordanians were willing to have a peace treaty with Israel.
Also from one to one, it's different. how the way you're thinking
I
about
agree,
it.
which is exactly why I don't believe in a peace between the two sides, because in my understanding of reality, the whole concept of Palestinian nationality,
Because you don't accept Palestinians.
I accept human beings. I'm saying that the whole concept of Palestinian nationality is one goal, and that is the annihilation of Israel. When Jordan took over Judea and Samaria, when Egypt took over Gaza, no one asked for a Palestinian
But you're combining
nationality.
everyone into one ideology, which is not right.
Why? What do you mean?
You're saying because they're saying that they're Palestinian, this is what they want, which is not true.
I agree. I take it back. The Palestinian government, the Palestinian Authority.
There.
Okay, I'm not saying
Now
the Palestinian
understand.
people. I agree. It's different. I'm going to say okay. Well, I don't refer to the Arabs of Judea and Samaria as Palestinians. I refer to them as Arabs of Judea and Samaria.
If we were gonna live long age or long years, we're gonna see each other.
Great.
Yes,
And
Welcome.
we
Welcome
get-
to come with us.
We're gonna we're gonna have it.
Palestinians, you can have it.
No, I'm talking about peace. We're gonna have it here.
I would like to sit down and share a meal with everyone here.
Yes, please.
Oh, they actually have food for him. I was thinking that in my head, but then they actually did it. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Palestinian chef. What is that?
I'm Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
I'm Ido.
Oh, Israeli chef.
Assalamu alaikum.
So there's on top some passion fruit juice, which gives a kick to the.
Is that bread?
So how was the experience, guys?
What is that?
For me, it was perfect. Was good, and it was a good meeting.
It was topsy-turvy. It was upside down. The beginning, yeah. We could say that. Because like you don't know who's in front of you. You don't know their ideas, their ideology, what they think about you.
I think we did come to some sort of an agreement that we both do want peace.
No,
So
not everyone. I want security, freedom, and prosperity.
You were talking about legal peace.
I don't want a piece of paper that says peace. I want to live in peace. I don't want a piece of paper that says we have a peace treaty.
that's what we meant as well.
No, okay, but we don't agree because I don't believe in a Palestinian state, and you think you should have like a two-state solution. So we don't agree, and it's also
No, but then we did say we wanted a one-state solution.
Israel with everyone equal. I'm fine with it.
Exactly.
Well, I learned from you that you have a lot of sympathy for our side as well, even though your sister passed away, which is terrible. She didn't pass away.
She didn't pass away, she was
But I
murdered.
can
There
see
you
that
go.
you also have sympathy for the other side, and you actually are trying to, communicate with us, even though you went through everything that you had to go through on your end. And I definitely learned that we can learn to love your side as well, or I could learn to love your side as well.
I think this is the main point for our maybe conflict, that we did not hear from each other. So I think it's important to hear from each other. Not just keep your thoughts and ideas inside your head and don't try to open this box. Just trying to open it.
We want really similar things. Yeah, and it's sort of, you feel like, my friends from back home. And so the realization that we do have the same sort of language, not in like the language that we speak, but in our body language and the things that interest us and the future that we hope for ourselves and for our families. Like there are no sides. Like I can't draw a line and say, okay, I'm like these people or I'm with these people.
Hey guys, this is Jason.
And this is John.
And just want to say thank you so much for watching a really special episode of Middle Ground. We love this series because it's an opportunity now more than ever to create great dialogue and create radical empathy.
This was a challenge, but also a privilege to get to go to Jerusalem to film this dialogue around a subject that is, very tricky and very difficult, but we loved having the challenge.
Totally. We want to say a huge shout out to YouTube and Created for Change, which gave us the resources and the support to do this.
Whew! Damn, bro. What do you guys think is gonna happen, bro? I definitely want to read more about what's going on for real. But it's like, damn, bro. At the end of the day, everybody's a human being, bro. Niggas just want to live. People just want to live, bro. People want to live in safety and comfort and raise their families. You feel me? Let's look at some of the comments, bro. Yeah, this is probably Jubilee best. 12 million views. This is probably Jubilee best episode, no gonna lie. Let's look at the comments. Thank you, YouTube, for making it possible. The Israeli girl in glasses give me some hope. She talks about empathy, and she obviously understands the pain that they go through, that Palestinians go through. Always love seeing so many different perspectives on this channel. Coming back to 10 days ago, coming back to this conversation 5 years later. Hold on, am I on? I'm on top comments, okay. It allows us to better understand this whole story, even if the story is complicated and difficult. I fan Hannah, I'm neither Israeli or Palestinian, brought tears to my eyes. Palestinian guy really wants peace, and when he said one day we'll have peace, I cried because I don't think it's ever going to happen. The Israeli guy really got under my skin, under my skin. I got my glasses on, leave me alone. There's no convincing him to have any empathy for the Palestinians. It angered me when he said it was his land, yet his generation goes back to Hungary, and the Palestinians got to go back 9 generations. Damn, bro. Damn. Hey, bro, let me know what y'all think. This video ended up being a little longer than I thought it was gonna be, but that's okay. Y'all like long videos. Let me know what y'all think of the conflict going on. Did I say something that y'all don't like? Are you an Israeli and you seen this video and you don't like what I said? Are you Palestinian and you seen this video and don't like what I said? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I think at the end of the day, people are humans. And peace is the answer, but I know it's not that easy, it's not that simple, it's not that complicated, and I understand where Palestinians come from. If somebody come to your land and talk about, oh, this is our land actually, but you've been living there forever, and now you're not the one in control, they're in control, it's gonna breed some anger, it's gonna breed some discontent. Whew. Damn, bro. Real shit. This is real shit. But hey, that's the video. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share. Shout out Jubilee. They snapped with that. You know what I'm saying? 4 years ago, they snapped. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell down below. Join the Discord. Link in the description box. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.